You try to be a good person. You're kind. You help people. You don't ask for much. And then something falls apart anyway. A job lost. A relationship that ends without warning. An illness that wasn't supposed to happen to someone like you. And somewhere in the grief, a question rises. Why me? I was doing everything right. We were raised on a simple equation. Be good and good things will come. It's a beautiful idea. And it makes life feel safe and manageable. But the world doesn't seem to have reached that agreement. And when it breaks down, when the good person still suffers, we don't just feel pain, we feel cheated. That feeling of being cheated is sometimes worse than the suffering itself, because it doesn't just hurt, it makes the universe feel broken. Buddhism has a word that gets misunderstood more than almost any other: karma. Most people think karma means do good, get good, do bad, get bad, a kind of cosmic reward system. But that's not what the Buddha actually taught. He taught something called Dependent Origination. The idea that every single event arises from an enormous web of conditions. Not one, not 10, but thousands. Your kindness is one thread in that web, but the web has thousands more. The weather, the economy, other people's choices, chance encounters, things that happened before you were born. This isn't a cold idea. It's actually a deeply freeing one. It means when something bad happens to you, it is not a verdict on your worth. It's not punishment. It's not cosmic justice being withheld. It is simply conditions arising. The rain doesn't fall harder on the person who was drilled last Tuesday, and the sun doesn't shine longer on the person who donated to charity. Nature doesn't sort people by moral score before it acts. What your goodness does, and this matters, is shape how you meet what comes, not what comes. I want to tell you about someone. Let's call him David. David spent 15 years building a business he cared about. He treated his employees well. He was honest. He worked hard. And then an industry shift. something completely outside his control unraveled most of what he built. He told me I kept trying to find what I did wrong, what I missed, as if there had to be a reason that was about me. And for a long time, he couldn't find it because it wasn't there. The shift came slowly, not from finding what he did wrong, but from releasing the question altogether. Things arose, he said, and then other things arose. And I was one of those conditions, but not the only one. That realization didn't give him his business back, but it gave him back something quieter, himself. So, why do good people still suffer? Because goodness was never meant to be a shield. It was meant to be a way of moving through the world, even when the world doesn't respond the way you hoped. Karma is not a scoreboard. It is a description of interconnection so vast, no single person can see the whole of it. The question, why me, assumes you are at the center of the system designed around you. But you're not the center. You're part of it. And being part of it, rather than the subject of it, is its own kind of peace. If you're carrying the weight of I did everything right and it still went wrong, I want to offer you this. You were not failed by the universe. You were not punished. Conditions arose, and you met them as best you could. That is enough. If this landed somewhere in you, leave a flower in the comments. No explanation needed. And if someone you know is asking why me right now, this might be the video to send them.